you're just joining us, this is Good Morning Abuja on NTA Channel 5, the Unity Station. We have a guest in the house. He is Dr. Elijah Owokemi. He is the Executive President of Chartered Institute of Development, Studies and Administration of Nigeria. Please join us as we welcome him to the show. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Saya, welcome to the
Thank
program.
you.
Nice having you with us this morning.
Pleasure.
Okay.
Let's kick off this conversation by you telling us the objectives and vision of the institute.
Okay. Chartered Institute of Development Studies and Administration, as the name suggests, is focused on ensuring effective development in Nigeria. It's formed by professionals from diverse professions. The idea is to see how we can, with government and every other person, ensure that we are managing our development effectively. Our mission is to ensure that we, train and produce professional development managers, experts, who will help in our advocacy with government and policy, suggestions. Like I said, the focus is to make sure that we have professionals in Nigeria who will help in managing our development.
Okay. All right. Talking about managing our development, because that is your sole aim and that is what you want to achieve. And you told us it's a professional bodies already. So who qualifies to be a member?
So just looking at the name, it's Chartered Institute of Development Studies, a professional body chartered by the two houses of assembly and assented to by the president. It is like any other chartered institute. Any Nigerian, or even those in diaspora, or anybody at all who has passion, who feels that something is not done rightly in our development. We have a basic qualification of, if you want to come in, and we have exams you are going to write.
Yes.
You can join with school side, but you have to write the exam. There are three levels.
Yes.
3 levels. We have the foundation, and professional 1 and professional 2. But where somebody has been working, has experience and things like that, you can be given exemption in some of the papers.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, when you have finished, appear to have qualified, then we have programs where we certify people in different fields, different aspects of the institute program. We have what we want to use as flagship of the institute: planning, monitoring, and evaluation. And everywhere in this world, it is required. And when the development agencies come, they go and bring people from Kenya, from Ghana, where we can produce people here. So we are working on that. We have SME entrepreneurship as a central key too, because a lot of unemployment is in the system, and those things are helping to engender the crisis we're having in security. A lot of people don't have jobs, and somebody has finished school 4, 5 years,
10 years.
Somebody yesterday was burning his certificate. 13 years. Doesn't want to do it again. But the job he's been getting is useless job. So we have already initiated plans and programs to be able to train people, expose people, and this government, our Nigerian government, does not have entrepreneurship policy. What they have is SME policy. But we want to have an entrepreneurship policy. We are going to, work on that, so that people will understand the difference between entrepreneurship and small and middle scale enterprise. They are not the same thing. So even though they work together, but when you have entrepreneurship policy, you look at broadly what can be done in our society. Government cannot provide all the jobs. The companies we already have are not employing. With the artificial intelligence, a lot of things have
A lot of
been,
people are losing their jobs.
ceded to, uh, robots. That's so to say. So we are working, we are going to work through advocacy, through policy, recommendations and things like that to government. Somebody will ask, how do you do it? You're not going to force government. But if we having members like you can talk from here, another person in federal government agencies, they can, yes, we can now make government to understand that we need to do this for the development of our society. Because our country, if you look back as at 1957, if you look at there are so many plans. We call them development plans. Those things are no longer there. Nobody
They have not been executed and are no longer there.
So nobody's been talking about it again. So these are things we're going to resuscitate.
Okay.
That is why every government that comes in, he brings his own idea.
Okay.
So we need to do such things through advocacy, through policy. We have done a lot of research.
Okay.
In fact, the training we had, pre-induction training, people adjudged it as good.
Okay.
So
because that is the next question. Talk to us more about the induction training.
Okay. Because there is a new institute.
Yeah.
We don't have members.
Okay.
One can say I was the only member. Since I was the arrowhead in engineering,
all
the
of
establishment
this.
of the institute. And I must tell you, it took 12 years to get this institute started. 12 good years. I started that journey during the good luck
time.
It didn't work with all that we did. The first time of President Buhari, I didn't do anything. I was so discouraged. But after COVID, we started again. And it ended up 7 days we were leaving. By the grace of God, it's God that did everything. Because I know there are so many bills that were returned. So we got the bill. So what we did was to say, okay, we cannot ask everybody to write the exam. They are what we call direct membership. But for that direct membership to make sense, you are a communicator. You have mass communication, and you want to go and talk development administration. So we needed to orientate people to our mandate. So we choose 6 papers, 6 courses.
Okay, what
out
are
of
the
14 to say, okay, this is we train people for 3 days, online, and so that people will have idea of where we are going. That is giving people soft landing to become members. But from next year, by the grace of God, we are going to be doing exams.
Okay. Okay, so the way it is now, you just talked about the duration for the training. You mentioned 3.
That training was recertification training.
Okay.
It's not like it is our.
Okay.
So we already have our study pack.
Okay.
We are working with to education to be able to get our accreditation done.
Okay.
So it's going to be an intensive thing. We're going to write the exam.
Yeah.
And by the grace of God, from day one, all we are doing is seamless. There's somebody writing online.
Okay. So the way it is now, you're just going to bring it down for everybody to have access to it.
Yes.
And we can all, if I want to become part of you now,
you pay the fees.
I'll pay the fee. Apart from that, it will still work at my own time. You're talking about the time.
No, if you finish now, what we owe you is to do what we call continuous education.
Okay.
But if you now want to practice as that you are a member, I want to practice, let's say, monitoring and evaluation, then we'll take you through mentoring.
So you'll give us certificates at the end of the training?
Why not?
Okay.
So let's hear your final word now. We know that we've talked a lot.
because it's like he has answered all
Yes.
everything in
Yes.
one. You talked about evaluation, you talked about monitoring,
Yeah, we are
SMEs.
dealing with, okay,
Yes,
let me say
and that
that.
SME is
Which,
very
yes,
important. So it's a
we
school
also
you.
have women and gender equality as you can specialize in it.
As a course on its own.
Yes.
Wow, that is a good
We
one.
also have diaspora and refugee.
Okay.
All these things. Then we also have development communication.
How
As
to
a
manage.
course. So you become an expert in development communication.
Okay.
So, because those who communicate development are not people are general communicators.
Okay.
So
That
we
is
still-
what you call us.
That was-
Okay, I think you should give us your final
Okay,
word before I let you go.
we want to invite Nigerians to say an institute have been born with the focus to ensure an effective development in our country, and everybody is welcome on board. The institute is open to everybody. Um, for me, it's that's leaving a legacy for our society. This institute, we don't have any of it in Nigeria, in Africa, that has the focus we have. So we invite Nigerians, friends and well-wishers, join us on the 16th and 17th, where we inaugurate our council and inaugurate our new members.
To talk more about the
admission
development.
is continuous.
Okay, okay.
So
Thank
we
you.
also invite you.
Yes, we are there already. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on our show this morning. Yes, we have been talking about the Chartered Institute of Development Studies and Administration of Nigeria, CITSAN, with the Executive President, Dr. Elijah Ogbokiri, and he has talked to us extensively about the institute. Now, let's go on this quick break. When we come back, the program continues.